Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this video is going to show the fastest cars made by the in-game manufacturer Coil in terms of lap time. As always, the position counter is in the top left with the best lap time the vehicle achieved in the top right, and since it's more for interest purposes rather than anything functional, non-raceable cars are included in this list. Also, as the title says, this is cars only, there's no bikes, planes or anything else here. This video only focuses on track performance, so if you're interested in top speed, where braking, cornering and acceleration aren't relevant, check the link in the description for the top speed testing series, and if you want to know more information about this testing, including the extent to which it's accurate and how useful it is for you personally, have a read of the full description as everything that you need is in there. This video lists all Coil cars and is correct as of the Los Santos Tuners update. For any vehicles added after that or other classes of cars, check the playlist link in the second line of the description, and feel free to check out my Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want to support this work and get testing results of any new cars a little bit early. Now, I totally forgot about the Brawler being made by Coil. Obviously, it's the last vehicle, it's the slowest vehicle that they make, and it's the only one that isn't an electric car. But yeah, that was something that I totally forgot about. But interesting that Coil, at least, there is one vehicle that Coil make that isn't electric and has regular gears. But obviously the rest of them are all electric cars. We've had the Voltic first of all in 4th place. That is in the supercars class, but it is much slower than the Raiden, which is in the sports class. It's only good enough for 38th place in sports, the Raiden, and obviously the Voltic is right towards the back of the supercars class. But I kind of wish the Raiden was in sedans. It would be right on the top pace with the Shafter V12 for lap time, and there's a few other sports cars that would be good in the sedan, instead of being in sports, just being put in sedans, like the Komoda, the VSTR, things like that. But anyway, we're moving on to 2nd place for Coil vehicles with the Cyclone, that for some reason a lot of people think is much quicker than what it is, but it's probably because electric cars in general have really good acceleration and maybe people are just doing drag tests and things like that. But the Cyclone's 101.8 isn't too bad of a lap time for supercars, but it is, only down in 27th place when it comes to lap time for the entire supercars class. And the number one vehicle that Coil make, obviously it's an electric vehicle, but it doesn't really get its speed from the electric part of it. It's the Rocket Voltic. So we had the Voltic down in 4th place and the Voltic in 1st place as well. We are going to see a comparison between the two because the Rocket Voltic is basically just a Voltic. It drives it pretty much exactly the same. You'll see in the comparison that they're very closely matched, especially in the first part of the lap, where the Rocket Voltic can't really use its rocket on the back all that much. But obviously the Rocket Voltic was the original rocket-powered car, the first one that was added to the game, and it's when you get towards the sort of end of the lap where that really becomes apparent, especially coming out of the hairpin, really gives it a lot of extra time in terms of lap time. None of these cars, actually the Brawler has one of the best top speeds of all of these Coil vehicles, because electric cars in general for cars in GTA, they don't have very high top speeds. The Voltic has, I think, the slowest top speed in the supercars class. The Cyclone is almost the slowest top speed. So yes, they're all good in acceleration, but because they're electric cars, they don't have multiple gears that they can go up. None of them have great top speed. Even the Rocket Voltic, when it's spamming its rocket, it has a top speed that isn't, it only puts it sort of over the longer distance on the same sort of top speed as your sort of bog standard supercars now. So yeah, obviously Coil doesn't specialize in top speed. It's all about electric vehicles. It's all about making vehicles with decent acceleration. And then we've got the number 1 and number 5 vehicles, I guess you could say, that are definitely outliers, with the Brawler being a fairly normal vehicle and then the Rocket Voltic being very much a not normal vehicle. So yeah, those are the 5 cars made by Coil. Those are all of them. That is pretty much it for this one. Consider supporting on Patreon. I'll become a YouTube member if you want testing results early. And remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.